Good morning. My name is Mantash. I'm your counselor. Today we will discuss about your problem, what you are facing in your life, and what's your name?
My name is Harman Singh, and you can address me by my first name, Harman.
Okay. Uh, Let me share you one thing that the conversation between us will be confidential, and this will not share to anybody, and you can share anything to me without
Okay.
hesitating.
That's nice to hear from you that I can easily share my thoughts with you.
Okay. Let's discuss about your problem, what you are facing in your life. What is the main problem right now you are facing?
Well, right now in my phase of life, I am going through various number of problems, but the main problem that I am facing right now is of like homesickness, which I do feel like to cooperate with my studies, and most of the time I feel anxiety whenever I do think about my family members, that the time that I had spent with them. So it's quite hard to be alone over here because no one is here to listen our problems. So yeah, it's the main problem.
Okay. From how much long you are facing this problem?
Well, if I talk about the time, then I don't know the accurate timing, but I can guess like it was from like 4 to 5 months ago that I'm going through the same problem.
Okay.
Currently, also I'm facing it, so that's why I came over here for the counseling session so that I can find some solution regarding that.
Yeah, you will definitely get the solution about your what you are facing in your life,
Okay.
and like how you feel when you think about your family.
Well, I mostly have emotional feelings in my mind. Like, I get emotional whenever I think about my family members. And when it comes to any particular member, then I used to remember them, like the time which we had spent together. I usually recognize that time and mostly keep thinking on it, or I can say that I do overthink regarding that, which makes it a big problem for me to deal with it.
Okay. In a day, how many time you talk with your family?
Well, it depends. Sometimes I do make a call to my family members in about 2 or 3 days, and I do have conversation with them like for half an hour in 2 days, or sometimes whenever I had a lot of time, then at that time I used to do the call daily so that I can have some conversation. I can know like whether they are feeling well and everything is all right, something like that.
Okay. To whom you are more connected, with your uh, father and mother or your grandparents?
Well, I am connected mostly towards all of the family members because all are important to me, but mostly my parents because they had like made a lot of contributions for me. They had always supported my ideas, and they had like put a lot of efforts on me so that I can do well in my life. So they always support me. So mostly, but I take all of them to be like equal to my grandparents, father and mother. So I mostly rely on them for any of the query or whatever the situation I face. I mostly discuss with them.
Okay. And how do you think you can overcome from this problem? And have you ever tried to overcome from this problem?
Well, honestly speaking, right now I had not mostly tried to overcome this type of problem because this is quite hard problem that if I think about it, then I keep going on thinking, or we can say that I do overthinking regarding that. So it doesn't provide me with any solution. But the step which I mostly took is like having conversation, a small conversation only, because mostly I have to manage my studies too and my work also, which like complicates the time, and the time zone is quite different in my home country and in Canada too, which makes a lot of changes or difficulties regarding that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this problem changes your life or does not affect anything?
Definitely, it changes my life, like it changes the routine of my daily life. As before, I usually sleep at 11 o'clock after my work shift. I usually go and eat something and then I have my sleep. But right now, I am facing lack of sleep, and I just keep thinking of my parents, of my family members, that when I will meet them, and the time which we had spent together. We had good times together, and I just keep remembering that time, and it mostly affects my mind, like mentality too. Like, I do face some problems in my study too while studying. I cannot give my full concentration regarding my studies when I'm thinking of it.
Can you elaborate more about the education? Like what in what kind of it
Sure.
affect? Yeah.
Like, when I start thinking of my family members, I get emotional, as I said. Right. So whenever I get emotional, I just keep thinking regarding that, and it directly affects my mentality. Like, mostly I am getting the thoughts of my family members while I am studying, which makes it difficult for focusing on my studies. And when I got some tasks to perform at that time, also I keep thinking of my family members, so that I cannot give my full attention towards that task of that study or whatever the professor gives me. I cannot give my full attention regarding that because of my overthinking problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will provide you some of the solution. Like you can call to your family daily. Like
Okay.
you are doing. I think you are skipping the days. Sometimes
Yeah.
you don't call to your family. I think it's important to talk with your family. You can share your feeling, and it will help you to overcome from the problem of that you are facing. And like uh, is the counseling session are really helpful for you, or you ever taken these counseling sessions?
Well, it is like a type of my first time taking a counseling session, and like I'm sharing my problems with you, right? So I do feel that it is, or it will be helpful for me, like in my future too, because there is one person, like you are the counselor, so that I can share my feelings or the thoughts, like whatever I am thinking regarding my concerns or the problems. I find one person, simply I can say that, to share my problems with, and who can provide me with an accurate solution or can guide me, like what can I do in my further life and what steps can I take regarding the problem, so that I can avoid that or the problem can be tackled regarding that. So definitely, yeah, it will be helpful for me. But before, I had no any counseling session. Like, I was unaware about it.
Okay.
So yeah, one of my friend had suggested me to go through that. So yeah,
Do you have a lot of friends?
definitely I do have a lot of
uh,
friends.
have you shared this problem with your friends?
Well, no, I mostly skip like the problem solving through the friends, because I'm type of introvert person. So I mostly have some conversation with my friends regarding the assignments or the task which the professor had given. Like, I mostly share the queries regarding the studies, and we just have the normal conversation. I do not used to share my personal problems, like I'm suffering from homesickness, which I cannot share with them because I do feel guilt regarding that. I feel it is difficult to share to a group of people.
Okay, like you are
Yeah.
saying that you haven't not you not share your problem with your friends.
No.
Okay. I think if you share your problem with your friends, you will be feel free from these tensions. Like they will
Okay.
help you. I think they can provide you a better solution than me. I think so
Oh,
because they know better than me.
yeah.
Yeah. And like when you are planning to move back to your country, like when.
Well, like moving back to my country, like after completing my studies, I'm planning like I'm going to visit my home country
Okay.
so that I can feel happy, like I can spend some more time with my family members and I can just have some fun with them. So yeah, after studies, I will be going to my home country and yeah, spending some more time with my family members, and I will be sharing my experience of Canada, like how it works over here. Actually, this system of study over here is really great, and I really like it. But the problem which I face is of the family members. Like I am used to miss them, used to miss the moments that we had captured in our past times. Yeah.
I think you have to go to and meet your family in the vacations, and this will help to give a good relief from your mental stress. And I think you will then feel a good, and it will be good for your mental health also. Like you are facing, I think not feeling good, and
Yeah.
in the end of this session, like is there anything you want to share?
Yeah, like um, you had provided me one, or I can say like two or three solutions. Like by having some conversation with my family members, I can share my feelings with them. I can just simply say them like whatever I'm feeling regarding that. Also with my friends too, I must share the feelings, or I must try to find some solution regarding that, regarding my overthinking too. Like I used to think a lot whenever I remember the feelings which we used to share. So yeah, I also feel that it is important for me to share it with my parents and with my friends also. Yeah.
Okay, and here is the end of our session. So I think you have to get some of the takeaways that will help you really. What do you think?
Definitely, it will like help me in my future too. Like whenever it comes to problem, I am now aware that I can like easily approach to you or the counseling sessions so that I can find some help, or I can find someone to hear my problems with, and the solution can be provided to me. Also, like you had provided me a solution that I must daily chat with my parents, which will give me some relief regarding the homesickness problem. And if I will keep going through that, it will definitely help me. Like instead of thinking about them, I can directly make a call to them or have some chat with them. I can share my feelings or whatever I'm feeling. Like sometimes I do feel anxious regarding the things which ever happen regarding the studies, or I can share my all the things or the thoughts whichever commonly happens in my daily life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, is there are some of the other solutions also, like you can do exercise. I think exercise is a important in our life, that will really help to relax your mind, and
Yeah.
it divert your mind to other things.
Yeah, I do feel that like instead of like focusing on one aspect, instead of like thinking a lot or putting pressure on my mind, I must try to do some exercise which will be helpful for me. Like as you said, like in maintaining my good health, and it will also solve the issue of overthinking. Am I right? Like,
Yes, you are
yeah,
right.
yeah, I got
And
it.
okay, Herman, Nice to meet you. And here is our end of our counseling session.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.